How's it going, everybody? MyCupOfTea here, back in a reaction video. It's time to watch some more Casual Geographic. Yay, yay. Now, when I was browsing his videos, I actually wanted to watch the top 10 most criminally misunderstood animals, but there was one video in particular that caught my eye. I'm like, you know what? This sounds hilarious. I want to watch it. And that's the psychopathic hunting habits of Satan's favorite birds. Now, that's a title. That's a crazy title right there. I need to see what's going on because that just sounds hilarious to me and terrifying at the same time. So, without further ado, let's jump into this. Okay, everything's okay. Let's get it. Okay, oh, Jesus.
That's what I said. Slick back. No.
Now them pimp name slip. Oh, he's doing the slide. Name slip back.
You see this nest? You want to know what built this nest? You don't want to know what built this nest. You want to know what made these bones?
I don't.
You don't want to know what made
You're actually right. Jesus. Hey, the Harpy Eagle.
This bird's a buck.
Wait, oh shoot, it's about the Harpy Eagle. Oh shoot, I love the Harpy Eagle. Fun fact, when I was like doing my gaming side of my YouTube thing, my previous profile picture was a picture of a Harpy Eagle. Oh wow, I didn't look at the thumbnail closely. Oh shoot, that's a Harpy Eagle. Let me put myself on the right side, because I think that's where he's gonna be at. Or he's gonna be on the left side usually, so I'll just put myself on this side. But oh shoot, that's a Harpy damn Eagle, let's get it! Now I'm hyped. Now it's hype out here. Oh yeah, we're hyped now.
This bird's a buckbeak coated me to my mental stability. The Harpy Eagle is a homicidal
Yeah.
with the jungle census on its hit list. And a big reason is harpies having the largest claws of any bird. Not only do they have vice grip talons that could comfortably dap up a grizzly bear's paws, they say getting
I just like how it looks.
getting
I don't know what to do.
Jaws. They're the national bird of Panama, but you finna be pantomiming once this Jurassic reject takes your breath. By crushing your windpipe. But by far the most out-of-pocket thing is what nature went ahead and did with their wings. Unlike most birds its size, Harpy Eagles have relatively short wings. I'm talking about if Eagles were the NBA, this would be their build. But the short wings just means this life unsubscription service can duck and weave through the dense jungle to catch a body. Which also means there are very few things alive in the Amazon that a hunting harpy can't pack up, from monkeys and sloths, to armadillos, snakes, and porcupines, to other predators like ocelots and foxes. They'll also body other birds like parrots, and they'll even murk other raptors like vultures. But then, what even is a raptor? The answer might just surprise you. Raptors are what most people might call birds of prey, which is already a problem because there's plenty of other birds that'll have you preying. So the raptor title gets gatekept to the birds with all three: a sharp hooked beak, a Jurassic-style pedicure and talons, and an OP sense of sight. So without a hooked beak but webbed feet, the demonic garbage chute misses the cut. Chronic Crash Out the Canada Goose doesn't sit at the raptor lunch table, because if it did, it probably would have seen that coming. But the whole raptor thing's a pain in the prostate, and it's because raptors, they're basically cats that can fly. You remember the cat video I made and how insanely convoluted the names got? Like how a black panther isn't actually an animal, a cat called a panther isn't actually a panther, a snow leopard is genetically coded to a tiger, how a cougar pushing 220 ain't a big cat, but a cat barely a $110 is. Raptors are low-key the same, where the name raptor doesn't describe a family or union, but like Black Panther, raptor is more like a description. But I'm gonna get to that. Now, the other problem with raptors is that nature basically bamboozled them. Of course, the ability to fly is broken, but it comes with hollow bones. Now, hollow bones aren't to keep the bird light enough for flight. It's more that pneumatic bones are filled with air and so give extra oxygen to fuel their flight. But it also means a broken bone is a career-ending injury for an avian, and as hunters, they're on the risk of getting folded by their own prey. The compromise is, raptors have some of the most heinously creative ways of confiscating consciousness, revoking your existence. Whatever you want to call it, the bird of prey hunting strat is straight out of the pages of a mob boss's torture diary. And we can start with the secretary bird, aka Jurassic Park in yoga pants, named after the fact that, like a secretary, they'll connect you to the big boss upstairs if you give them the chance. They cancel prey by kicking them in the head until they flatline or just lie flat, and their usual targets are snakes. The combo of delivering multiple kicks in a time it takes to blink, and how disrespectfully accurate they are, all adds up to a 6-piece serpent assault where they spam a river dance on a snake's skull until it caves in, leaving the snake out of order like a reptile dysfunction. You gotta hand it to them. That's pretty metal. Actually, you should do the opposite, since the Kung Fu crane can apparently shatter the bones in a human hand. And it's not just snakes. Secretaries will go after things like cheetah cubs and baby gazelle. I think now is a good time to mention they can be an honest 4 feet tall, with a thigh gap no less. As you can see, they're liable to violate snakes and beauty standards, all while being one of the few birds with 2 pairs of wings, no Red Bull. This high-stepping battery charges with all the smoke, literally, because they'll gather around brush fires just for the opportunity to murk any small animal running for its life. Don't let the pretty privilege distract you. It's an African assassin chicken and thigh boots dressed like a recently divorced mother of 3. And they're not the only ones, because I'll be honest, I low-key forgot this bird existed. This is a Seriama. It's basically a Latin
Seriama.
secretary bird, but the real family tree flex is they're the only living relatives of terror birds. Yes, those terror birds.
Oh.
They might be less vertically gifted at less than 2 feet tall.
Yeah, I never heard
Instead
this bird
of kicking,
before.
Seriamas rather body slam their prey to death. The
Nah.
dinosaur time forgot will grab
Whoa.
prey and slam them into the ground or against a rock. Repeatedly.
Damn.
They'll spam suplex as many times as it takes for
Ugh.
the bones to break. And if you're too big for all that, they'll use the same sickle claw their prehistoric cousins used to hold down prey and disembowel it alive. So if you get targeted by a Seriama, you'll either get the Hulk to Loki treatment, except from a travel-sized terror turkey, eviscerated and violated while pinned by a weaponized toenail, or just swallowed clean like a vorophile's wet dream.
So the Seriama bird, I think you said. So this seems to be the more brutal version of the bird so far. The other one was like, I'm gonna kick you like Luke Kane. This one says, nah, we're playing WWE now. You're getting suplex after suplexes after suplexes, and if that doesn't work, I might just gouge you out with my talons. Eee.
So far, we have a curb stomping
Keep my
aggro
phone
bird
real
and a
quick.
mob boss build and terror bird final form. And we're just getting started. This is a kite, and before you ask, this was named after the bird, not the other way around. A kite is like the forgotten little brother of eagles and hawks, and like a kite, they catch bodies by hovering above the ground and waiting for movement so they can swoop down and snatch it. I believe kiting is the expression. They're pretty
Okay.
cool. They grief many of the insects that make life slightly less worth living. The 17-year cicada parade is basically their Super Bowl. Like the secretary bird, they too will gather around grass fires, and any animal trying to run from the smoke gets
Evil.
ironically cooked.
Evil
But
birds.
Australian black kites take it a step felony by carrying burning twigs and dropping them on patches of grass. An act of avian arson that got them another name. Firehawks. Apparently this is nothing new, with records of them stealing brands from indigenous cooking fires and dropping them half a mile away. There have even been scientific records of them dropping bread into water to bait small fish, and if it wasn't for this clip,
Oh, they're smart.
I probably wouldn't believe it. You'd think an aerial
Oh, they're
arsonist
smart.
dropping inferno in a country that has up to 60,000 wildfires a year would immediately get blacklisted. But no, black kites are protected because once again, of course a felon with wings is above the law. They're also banned in Boston, but only because we all
Banned
know
in
Boston
Boston.
can't stand the heat. Now I have a whole video on owls, so I'm not going to talk too much
We
about
watched that one.
But this is the start of what I was talking about, because you'd normally expect a raptor to be related to other raptors. Instead, the owl's closest relative looks like a Muppet
What is
flashlight.
that?
Flashlight. What does that? Oh, well, I can't say that. Owls are predators on incognito, thanks to feathers
No, I
that
think-
allow
I think
them
you
to
know
fly
what to
almost
say.
completely silently. Again, you don't realize how unsettling that is till you go to bed a family and wake up a single mother. They also have a satellite dish for a face and uneven ears, so even under a foot of snow, they can hear exactly where you're about to go. Owls are 100% the closest thing to cryptids with wings, and while they haven't murked people, allegedly, there's plenty of
Allegedly,
predators that do feed off unsuspecting humans, just like you, including arguably the worst predator of all. Data brokers. There's a lot of data brokers that feed themselves by collecting
is this
your
an ad?
personal
Is
information
this an
and
ad
selling it to the
segue?
highest bidder. And it's deeper than selling your browser history to companies wanting to know what to sell you back. Some insurance companies will team up with brokers and actually raise your rates based on what you put out online. Cyber criminals can steal personal info like your social security from a broker.
That happened
If
more
you've ever gotten
recently.
one of those robocalls, I think you know who slid them your number.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
the owls
this is an
don't
ad.
seem so
Wait,
bad now.
no.
Now you can email takedown
Okay, this is
requests
definitely
to
an
these
ad.
sites with
This is
your
definitely an
info.
ad. I'm gonna let it play
One,
out, though.
There's just way too many and you will get overwhelmed. 2, I don't have a real job and I don't have time for that, so I know you don't. But 3, even if you run the gauntlet, in a week it won't matter because it'll probably be back up there. You're up against a predator that plots incognito. So it's only right that you defend yourself with incognito. Because
There it is.
incognito
Okay.
will
I
scan
just
the
want to
recesses
know
of
what
the
the ad
internet
thing
for your
was. All right, cool.
personal.
All right, I just want to see where it went. All right, let that play out. But okay, yeah. So, birds. I can't remember the first one, the one I kicked. I'm called the Luke Kane bird. The second one, there's Sarah, the suplexing one. Those are. I'm glad they don't mess with humans. Kind of. I'm glad they don't mess with us because, that'd be terrifying. I mean, they can't pick us up, so I'm not gonna worry about the suplexing bird. Now the Harpy Eagle, I need to know more about the Harpy Eagle because I'm like, when I first saw that bird, I was just looking for random stuff. Are we back? No, I was talking. Thank you. We'll talk later.
Just believe me, if you knew some of the places your info is right now, your head would spin. Kind of like, wait for it.
Dang.
Yeah, there it is. That's what it looks like to get folded by a falcon. See,
the
falcons are cool,
falcons.
but they're weaker than eagles and hawks.
Fastest
so
bird,
instead
right?
they commit to the fastest hitting runs
Jesus.
on Earth. Literally, the fastest.
Yeah.
So falcons like the peregrine will start up high
Yeah, the
and
fastest-
dive. That's called the stoop.
The falcon's the fastest animal in the world, right? Yeah, fastest member of the animal kingdom. 200 miles per hour diving speed? Jesus.
Literally. the fastest. So falcons like the peregrine will start up high and dive, that's called the stoop, and once the flying derecho hits triple-digit miles per hour, they'll ball up their feet like a fist. So yeah, they really do falcon punch their prey in the past tense. Didn't even give them time to duck.
Oh, that's why it's called Captain
Falcons also
Falcon.
have a toenail tooth made specifically to snap spinal cords and send prey to the Lord like Sunday service, all while flying. The one-shot specialist has been known to snipe bald and golden eagles threatening their nest. And there was one time a snowy owl murked a falcon fledgling, so the mother falcon went and life-deprived the owl. There's a lot of ways falcons are built for speed, but the biggest flex is that they have the fastest processing speed of any animal alive.
Okay.
Compared to us, they see the world in slow motion. Falcons are dope, but because of them we have to address the whole raptor thing again. Because instead of hawks, eagles, or any other bird of prey, the missile with wings is most related to parrots. So again, raptor isn't a family name, most of them aren't even closely related. But there are a lot of falcons, like the American kestrel. I like them because they're pretty. Small. The colorway ain't bad either. They also factory reset prey by stabbing them in the back of the head with that tooth, but you can't deny this psychopath's cute. The black-thighed falconet is the smallest bird of prey in the weight class of a sparrow, yet they also find a way to pack up other birds. The pygmy falcon is a nest pirate that often shacks up in the homes of weaver birds. Normally it's a good gig with the pygmies clearing out snakes and lizards, but sometimes they'll switch up and kill their weaver bird roommates, so there's that.
No,
there's
no
falcon
trust
that
here.
might just be the biggest bird off of all, and it might also be the
it?
most underrated. Next to bat is the caracara. The caracara is a black Air Force parrot. Unlike every other falcon, they'd rather handle business on the ground. They live on honey badger timing, since they'll pull up to a carcass and bully bigger vultures out the way. The crescent caracara is a special kind of klepto. They'll straight up mob other birds like pelicans and press them into vomiting their lunch so they can have it. Striated caracaras and the falcons are a Pennywise level threat to minor safety. You know, raptor comes from the Latin word to seize or take by force. That's what this avian Amber Alert lives by. Caracaras will also link up with each other and form gangs and have honest to God.
Not the gangs.
Even back in the day, they were on Darwin's radar. In 1830, he mentioned how curious they were, but also how annoying it was to live around a bird that'll steal anything that isn't nailed
You don't
down.
need that,
Turns out
buddy.
this affiliated delinquent of a bird is low-key the gifted student of the raptor class, and is even smart enough to solve puzzles for fun. Basically, caracaras are if the peregrine falcon and the secretary bird had a baby, but it was adopted and raised by crows and tutored by the key on weekends. Just an overall underrated menace of a dinosaur, but also a hyper-intelligent, talented opportunist. Actually, I take that back. Vultures might be the most underrated.
The vulture's
People assume something
underrated,
with the feeding habits of a casket is a pushover, and they do get their cookies taken by other raptors. But vultures very much can be about that life too, especially since black vultures often won't wait for an animal to expire. They'll put weak, sick, or young animals on a shirt. Some farmers know all too well. Sometimes they'll wait for a cow to give birth just to jump the newborn and return to sex.
That's
Sometimes
wild.
they won't even wait, and they'll move on a cow in labor and act like the world's most malicious midwives. Getting violated by vultures means eyes gouged out, tongue torn off, and they'll even break through the back door. Basically the booty warrior of birds, but
Not the booty warrior.
Protected by law, from a surgical psychopath to a scavenger.
Protected by law too?
Yeah, the bearded vulture eats almost nothing but bones, and they've even been known to swallow ones nearly a foot long. But once in a while, they'll go after the living, sometimes in the form of airdropping a tortoise hundreds of feet to feed on the insides like a piñata. You know, mountain climbers were so spiritually disturbed by the beardy, they called it the bird of Satan. To be fair, they have a square ring around their eyes that fills with blood when stressed and makes their eyes turn bloodshot when running a phase.
Yeah, it's fitting of the name.
The whole showering gun activated. I don't blame him. That is demonic character design. Also, a bearded vulture allegedly murked a man with a turtle shell to the head like Mario Kart, which sounds fake, but keep in mind, there's a woman walking around with scars from breaking a porcupine's fall. RNG can be a real ass. All that, and you still can't show me a bird with the Harpy Eagle's aura. We already mentioned it.
Hold on, let me see that again. What did you say about the Harpy Eagle? When I hear the Harpy Eagle, I get really invested now. I mean, I was invested before, but I must know about my Harpy Eagle. My Harpy Eagle.
RNG can be a real ass. All that, and you still can't show me a bird with the Harpy Eagle's aura. We already mentioned a life-canceling claws that could probably crush your skull, which is why Harpy Eagles have a prey list of over 116 species. That includes putting other raptors like Seriamas and vultures on shirts. Don't think for one second they came out with this and stopped there. The African crowned eagle is basically the harpy of the motherland. Same survival-revoking claws, and same short wings to make it a menace to monkey kind. And they're the only raptor to allegedly see people as prey, with reports of human child remains in nests.
Whoa. My Harpy Eagle, wait a minute now. I didn't know you were like that. Hold on. Wait a minute.
And they're the only raptor to allegedly see people as prey, with reports of human child remains in nests, and the infamous tongue child believed to have been packed up by an African crown.
Oh, no.
Honestly, any continent outside of Penguin Land has at least one of these eagles. Australian wedgetails go after kangaroos and dingoes, and they're territorial enough to fade a $1,000 drone on sight. There was one time a wedgie fought a helicopter and won, past testing a pilot in the process. R.I.P. The North American golden eagle has a hit list of prey in the 400s. But really their claim to fame is how they'll give goats a first-class flight to the gulag with no return.
And then he dropped him. Oh my god. No.
He gave him an NPC death, gave him nothing but time to reflect. No. There's the Philippine eagle, which honestly mogs the out of everyone for
what was it called?
Time to reflect. There's the Philippine eagle, which honestly mogs the out of everyone for no reason. But there might not be a bigger flex than the stellar sea eagle. You know, if this wasn't on camera, nobody'd ever believe you. It's one of the heaviest eagles on Earth with an 8-foot wingspan. It's an impressive force and feather face that's apparently been seen carting off seals. Clearly the meteor told them to take a sick day, cause dog, you're not telling me that's not a dinosaur. And low-key, they might go the same way. For all the harpy hate I was talking, there's no recorded case of a harpy eagle killing or even attacking a human. In fact, it's them not being afraid of humans that can get them put on a shirt by poachers. Add habitat destruction, and if raptors like them aren't endangered, they're at least in danger of being endangered. Which is why you got places like the Raptor Trust in Millington, New Jersey, looking after all kinds of birds, from Ollie the kestrel to Virgil the turkey vulture. They got couples too, like Mariah and Thor the golden eagles. They're mad cute together. And of course, a symbol of America, Colonel and Uno. Uno because of the whole one wing thing. And even though they're technically not raptors,
the one wing, yeah.
I even met Ray the Raven. You know what's crazy? He's in a cage, and he's in a relationship with another wild raven. Like, he'll even sneak food between the bars of his cage for her. You know what's crazy? His girl has a whole nother family in the wild. I usually don't rock with homewreckers, but I'm rocking with Ray. Like I said, my favorites were definitely the owls, especially this barred owl named Sunny. I think he liked me. Although the vulture's gotta be a close second, since they'll literally walk up and follow you around like a puppy. Oh, this isn't sponsored, by the way. I just had a good time and wanted to shout them out. So if you're ever in the area, the Raptor Trust in Millington, New Jersey, 100% recommended. But that's gonna do it for this video. Drink water, hug your mother. Shout out to Incogni for sponsoring this video. Shout out to the Pigeon Paralysis Demon for sponsoring Imagination. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
This was fun. Yeah, relax. He's like, boy, if this window wasn't here, cat, you'll be food. You'll be food, dang it. Try to get my hands on you one. I'll let it play out. Oh, okay. No, cancel. Ooh. I was gonna say, like, I haven't seen him without his hat before. Like, that was my first time ever seeing him without the hat. Let me move myself back over to my left side of the screen. I did not know this would be about the Harpy Eagle. That's great. That's like my favorite, probably my favorite animal ever. Even though I'm not an animal person. I just like the way it looks. I didn't know it was about that life. It had that aura. I didn't know about this. So now I know a little bit about what makes a raptor, and some birds that look like raptors are not raptors because they don't meet the 3 criteria. I think it was something about the talons, like good eyesight, and something about the beak, I think. Something, I forgot the first part, but this was really good. I like this one a lot. Again, I might be a tad bit biased because Harpy Eagle's in there. I didn't know they'd be catching that many bodies. Like, it's hard to mess with a Harpy Eagle. See how it's just picking up animals way bigger than it? It's just like, oh, that's an animal? Give me that. Is that a deer? He didn't pick up a deer. A goat? Let me grab this goat and send you free falling at 100 miles an hour or like 10,000 feet in the air. Got the vultures over there doing vulture things. I always knew they were a pest. I feel like people know about the vultures, so I don't think they're really that underrated. But those 2 birds in the beginning, the raptors, the Luke Kane bird and the WWE bird, that's something. That's scary. If I were to see like messing with their prey, I'm like, oh shoot. Let me back away from that. I might be next. Thank you again, Casual Geographic, for this video. This was great. And oh man, animals are just unique and sometimes terrifying creatures out there. Some very terrifying animals out there, but so unique, but so terrifying at the same time. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. Some more videos I want to check out today, so hope you enjoyed my reaction, and thank you for watching. My cup of tea is out of here. See you later. Ooh, yeah, good thing they don't mess with us humans. Like, good thing, except for the birds I be dropping it on random people, but good thing most of the birds here, especially the Harpy Eagles, do not mess with us. Now, he did say that there's sometimes child remains in the nest, but it hasn't been recorded cases or something like that, so we don't know for sure. So I'm just gonna live with my naive brain saying, Harpy Eagles, they like us humans. We rock with them. We're cool with them. They're cool with us.